Hi guys, it's me, Delicious Delights. Welcome to my channel. Today I have a review for you. This is from the private collection, the Grand Cru collection from the House of Lancome. This is called Lavandes Trianon. So I have been testing this for a very long time, probably like 2 years ago or something around there. This has also a video that's been requested many times as well. So finally, here's my review. I just sprayed it on my skin here. Okay. This opening, the opening of this fragrance is absolutely beautiful. And that's like an understatement. This is one of the best openings in fragrance, in my opinion, especially if you are a gourmand lover. This is also one of the best openings for lavender fragrances. One of the best. There's another one that comes close. I will talk about that a little bit later on. But yes, the opening of this is so gorgeous. Basically, on my skin, in the opening, this smells like a moist vanilla cake. On top of that, you have this beautiful, creamy, thick, sweet vanilla icing. On top of that, you have some powdered sugar sprinkled on top of that. And then also on top of that, you get this creamy lavender smell. So if you can infuse the flavor, the smell of lavender in an icing and then just put that on top of all of that stuff that I just said, that's what the opening smells like. This is like a gourmand lover's dream opening. It's so comforting. It's sweet. It's very smooth, creamy, milky, rich, decadent. It's like, for me, the ultimate aromatherapy kind of smell. Because lavender on its own smells good, but if you add other things to it, like notes that I enjoy, like a cakey note, a vanilla icing powdered sugar thing, and then milky notes in there. And if you put those together, that's what, to me, is the perfect aromatherapy kind of smell, or like a ultimate bedtime scent. It smells like what Cloud9 would smell like. And I think I used that analogy to describe a different fragrance like way long time ago, and I don't remember what it is now, but you guys, the opening is so I'm like gushing about it because it really is fantastic. You have to like sweet fragrances though to enjoy this. And as I said, this is the most gourmandy lavender perfume that I've ever smelled before. This is something that I want to eat. It smells absolutely delicious. Something that I kind of want to snuggle up to, or something I want to fall asleep to, something I want to spray my sheets with if I was that bougie. But yeah, it is just a beautiful opening. So as this fragrance dries down on my skin in the mid, the fragrance gets sweeter, even sweeter than it was in the opening. It gets sweeter on my skin. The lavender also kind of gets stronger as well and becomes more herbally. So it's kind of like a less intense version of the opening, but the lavender is more prominent than the vanilla, cakey, milky notes in here. It's still very cozy and sweet and warm, and I really do still enjoy it, but it's like not as nice as the opening, to be honest, but it's still very nice. So in the dry down of this fragrance, things change a lot, and if I'm gonna be like completely honest, it's not as nice anymore as the opening and in the mid. What I smell here in the dry down is a creamy black licorice / anise smell. So if you like black licorice, then you would love this, because this does evolve a lot on skin from that beautiful vanilla lavender icing vanilla cake to the lavender herbally notes coming through more in the mid, and then totally changing into this creamy black licorice anise smell, which does smell really nice as well, but it was kind of unexpected. It was kind of like a curveball that they threw in here. I wish it stayed in this lavender heaven gourmand stage for the entirety of this fragrance, but no, not on me. It becomes in the dry down less of a creamy vanilla lavender cake, and it becomes more of a sweet black licorice marzipan. So it still has that consistency of like a cakey kind of thing, but it does thicken up on my skin. Also in the dry down, I'm reminded of the black licorice string candy. So I'm not sure if you've seen this in the supermarket, but they do sell it in Holland. They have these like really long strings, like shoelaces, I guess, of black licorice, and then they roll them up in like a spiral thing. I'm reminded of that when I smell this. So imagine those black licorice candies, and then in the background, the black licorice candy smell would be the most prominent thing, and in the background you get like this muted vanilla, and there's also some of the lavender in there as well, but it's not as prominent or as strong as it was in the opening and the mid. So I do like this fragrance, and I have been kind of like debating for quite a while whether to get this fragrance, because I actually saw it online, I think like a year and a half ago, for a really, really great price. I think it was like 100-ish Canadian dollars. I think it was a Canadian website where I saw it somewhere for really a fraction of the price. And so I went back and tested it again and tested it again, and there was something stopping me from buying this fragrance. Not because it doesn't smell good, because I think this fragrance is really, really beautiful, especially in the opening and in the mid, but the dry down for me was just okay. It smells good, but it's just okay. Like I wanted this gourmand heaven dream to last forever. But maybe I'm being a little too critical, I'm not sure, but on my skin, that's what it turns into, and I didn't enjoy it as much as I did in the beginning. So the other reason, anyways, where was I going with that? So I ended up deciding not to buy it, and every time I've tested it more and more, I really loved the opening, but have been slightly kind of disappointed in the dry down. And it gets very, very, very sweet as well in the dry down. I forgot to mention that. But in the end, I decided to not purchase this. The other reason why I didn't purchase this is also because I have my favorite lavender fragrance of all time already. My holy grail lavender fragrance. This is from the house of Amouage. This is Sunshine Man. So this is a lot different than the Lavandes Trianon. They do share similar notes of lavender and vanilla, but they're done completely different. This one for me, oh, it's so good, is unisex for sure, even though it's called Sunshine Man. Definitely unisex. Oh. This fragrance I enjoy from the beginning to end, and that's why I decided not to get the Lavandes Trianon. This is more, how do I say it? I don't want to turn this into a Sunshine Man review, but I chose this one. If I were to choose between the two, I would choose this one. I also think that most people would go for the Lavandes Trianon for some reason, because, you know, especially if you crave that gourmandy vanilla cake thing. And I love gourmands, but I really love the herbally lavender in here. the green character in here. Performance is even better on my skin and on clothing than the Lavandes Trianon. This is the kind of fragrance that if I spray on me and I leave the room and someone else were to walk into the room, they could smell this. So yeah, maybe I will review this sometime soon, but yeah, I love this even more so than the Lavandes Trianon. Anyways, so that was my review on this fragrance, Lavandes Trianon, or Lavandes Trianon. I don't know how to say it. I know a lot of you my words, I don't know what's going on. I know a lot of you enjoy this fragrance. Please do share your thoughts about it in the comments. Also, I'm curious if you had to choose between the Lancome or the Amouage. If you've tried both, which one would you prefer? I'd love to hear your feedback. I hope you guys enjoyed the review regardless, and I will be back with more videos soon. See ya. Bye-bye.